This Aries new moon is a rare opportunity you won't get again, but you gotta slow down enough to actually see that opportunity. Maybe you're going a bit too fast, and I don't want you to miss an opportunity because of speed or fear, because yes, Saturn's in Aries. We're gonna talk about that in a second. As your anti-doom, no BS astrologer, I'm gonna tell it to you straight. The reason we're all likely to be running around fast right now is because of this massive Aries stellium. Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Neptune, all of them close together. The new moon, the sun, Chiron, all of this pressure on impulsive fire, because that is often the nature of Aries. And because this new moon is conjunct Chiron, the falling on your butt part isn't just an accident. It really could be showing you a wound or a pattern that needs a little bit of healing, needs a bandage before you can move forward. And that's the rare opportunity to stop long enough, see what's going on with that, stop running, and actually start building. So before we get into your individual sign messages, let's just pull a card or two for the collective, for the back team, the disinfectant, to get us ready to take advantage of this opportunity. What's maybe something we need to keep in mind about the healing before we are just rushing forward and falling on our butts? All right, let us see what we need to know as a collective. We have the Eight of Coins, which is about focus and building, and the Magician. So this is saying to me that the issue here is a couple of things. We may not realize our power. We also may not be focusing our power for ourselves, possibly, or focusing our power to its rightful gifts and uses. So Eight of Coins for me, power of focus in what you're good at. It's Virgo, the Magician, the power of the self to manifest through gifts and talents. So this is the thing, like, how are we in a collective sense not focusing on using power appropriately for the best use, for healing, for growth, for being of service, all the good Virgo traits? So this is something to take a look at. If we are not focused also, how can we manifest our power in its rightful best use form? So coffee up, friends. We're going to go sign by sign now to find out exactly how you might be rushing, not focusing your power, where you might still need a little bit of healing because of the Chiron with the new moon, and also, most importantly, the rare opportunity you cannot afford to miss. And if you want to stop this cycle of rushing, but really, what are you rushing toward? What are you building? Then check out my Saturn in Aries Build Your Own Dream PDF, link in the description. All right, Aries, this is, of course, your new moon, your power center, with this energy all in your sign. I mean, it's amazing. Neptune, Mars, Saturn, Mercury, the moon, the sun, Chiron. Huge, huge. So rare opportunity for Aries. And then we'll clarify with the tarot. Let us see what you need to know. Aries, what do we have here? We have the spotlight. We have the rich and famous spotlight. Lucky break, star power, influencer, and entertainer. Now, everything's a metaphor with these cards. This energy of the new moon is happening in your house of the self, your first house. So the spotlight is on you in the sense of this is all about you. This is Aries on steroids, this energy at this new moon. So this is about stepping into the energy of your own power, your star power. It doesn't mean you have to be an influencer or an entertainer unless you want to be, but just the things that light you up, that power you up, that give you that magician, that focused magician energy that we were talking about. And also, this is a lot. It says lucky break here. So this can also be about making your own luck in some way through your own energy, your own agency. Because as I said, the spotlight is on Aries energy right now with this new moon, like big time. This energy hasn't happened since 1821 with this many planets in Aries at a at a new moon. Okay. It's unprecedented in a sense. It's not happened in our lifetimes. So it is unprecedented in that regard. All right. So let's see what you need to know about this. We're going to just read all this energy holistically and give you some advice from the tarot, from what we discussed in our prelude. All right. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the King of Swords. We have the Ten of Coins. And we have the Eight of Swords. So there might be something going on here to heal and shift about some kind of stern energy that might have been a driving force in your younger years. And there's something to look at and break away, I think, from this particular energy, like heal it, put the spotlight on it, so that you can reach some sort of beautiful Ten of Coins opportunity. But this also suggests that there's something inherited going on with this, and it's probably from a father line, father lineage. So we have this energy of healing and shifting, something from childhood, something that puts you on a path of maybe holding toward an inner critic. I mean, the King of Swords is kind of a tough energy. It can be a little stinging, a little critical in its worst vibration. So you may feel like with this Chariot, have you been really holding the reins of your life? Have you been the one driving your life and your decisions? Or has it been some stuff you picked up or in response to something going on with your father's side of the family that you inherited in some way? And has that kept you mentally stuck or mentally hiding behind the scenes, this Eight of Swords, out of the spotlight and whatever that means for you? So what I feel here is if you shift this energy, this Six of Cups, this King of Swords, this Eight of Swords, and you see that you are free. You are free from that. This is a whole rebirth energy in your sign that you can then find a path of financial abundance and freedom for yourself and calling your own shots in some way. I feel this is very strong about breaking away from, as I said, probably male, a critical influence in your life from childhood that kind of got stuff stuck in your head, Eight of Swords here. And it's time to really break free from that. Maybe you felt pressurized. You had to perform in a certain way. You had to do a certain career. You had to live your life a certain way. And now you're saying, oh, hell no. Okay, no. But again, this is not about rushing through this. This is about, acknowledging that, yeah, maybe this has been running the show for a while. But I'm not just going to, go forward without a clear direction. That's the thing to keep in mind. You can achieve this spotlight. You can achieve whatever you want from this Ten of Coins. More money, more financial stability, long-term financial stability. But the Chariot is here. You need to be in charge of your direction, and you need to know where you're going. And this is so important because of Mars and Saturn and Mercury all together at this new moon. So Mars, your ruling planet in your sign, Mars needs to know, where is it pointing its arrow of desire? The focus that we talked about before. Mercury, making decisions that have staying power. Saturn, Mercury, Mars, Saturn together, also very strategic. So this is the thing. This can't just be, I'm just going to go wherever and do whatever and expect the results. That's the rushing. This is, let me plan my path ahead that is free from the influences of my childhood past so that I can manifest whatever my heart desires here, my lucky break, my star power, and put myself on a path that can manifest that for me. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know about this Aries new moon. And this energy, this huge collection, this stellium, is in your 12th house. So it's the sign behind yours. And this is your house of subconscious endings, karmic wrap-ups, karmic contracts. It can be a place where we have a lot of psychological and spiritual healing and growth. But let's see what this rare opportunity is for you. I feel like, especially with Mars in this 12th house, there's a lot of energy getting stirred up within you. And it may need an escape valve. You may need to let off some steam. This is a lot of energy to have in your 12th house. So things could really be percolating and bubbling up from the depths of you. And you're like, where did that come from? And there could be some like kind of healing revelation that you have with Chiron conjunct this new moon. Like putting the puzzle pieces together of your past and you're like, oh, that's why that happened. Or that's why I kind of just reacted that way and I didn't even realize. Because again, it's like the subconscious, the unconscious energy of the 12th house. All right, let us see. Taurus, we have success and we have brilliant ideas. This is your rare opportunity. Now, everything is a metaphor with these cards. Let us see. Shining at work, great pay, promotion, invention, and create. So this is very much tied in with, I think, ideas that are bubbling up and coming maybe out of nowhere, but they've kind of been in you, but they're finding an opening now. And Mercury, the planet of ideas and brilliance, is also in this 12th house of Aries. And it is conjunct Mars and Saturn. So you could come up with a brilliant idea. It's not like you're going to sit down and concentrate and try to get one. It's just going to come out of the blue. It may come in a dream. It may come when you're waking up one morning or getting out of a nap or, whatever. And it's just there. It's a lightning flash of brilliance that arises from your subconscious that could be the key. That's very Chiron. Chiron is associated, it looks like a key, it's glyph. It could be the key to you creating success in your life. And, maybe ending and healing an old karmic chapter. So this is very nice, your success card here. Very good. All right, well, let's see what you need to know about it. We're just going to read all these energies holistically with the tarot. And let's see what we have. And we also have our collective energies over here, our 8 of coins and our magician. So let us see. Taurus. Knight of coins. The 7 of wands. The page of coins in your heart. The magician. Interesting. And the 5 of swords. Okay. So yeah, I think there's been something that's kind of been stubbornly stuck. Not that you're stubborn. Hey, I have Mercury in Taurus. I can be very stubborn. You're just, determined. Just say that. No, but I do feel like there's something here, this Knight of Coins and the 7 of Wands. Like there's been something that you've been holding on to, I think, for dear life, and you haven't wanted to change it. You haven't wanted to release and heal it. But I think you're going to, with this page of coins in your heart, like there is the receptivity to information. That's what this is. And God, you got the magician. Absolutely gorgeous. So this idea of I can create my own reality, which we know, but sometimes we have to have a reminder of it. And this 5 of swords, I think, is getting out of your own way mentally, the swords, of whatever struggle this has been for you. This Five of Swords, this Seven of Wands. I mean, Seven of Wands can be a little bit of a struggle because this person is trying to stay grounded and they're also in a very defensive posture in this particular tarot deck. So I'm saying, like, there's something you could have been holding on to and get very defensive about. No, why should I have to change this? No. But I think this new moon gives you a piece of information that actually kind of gets through. You're open-minded enough to be like, okay, I see where this maybe could be a solution, but I've got to implement it. The Magician, which we know, right? I mean, we have to use the energies. This Five of Swords can be, I'm a little nervous to do so. Maybe it's stressing me out because I'm going to have to change my ways and let go of some outmoded ideas about myself. And I'm going to have to step into my own power. And let's face it, that can be scary. It absolutely can be. Even though we're confident and we know, yeah, we're good at this and we really want to do this, it can still be, I don't care how many times you've done it before, it can still feel a little trepidatious to step into your own power fully when it's a new cycle you want to start and when you're shifting out of some old stuff that's maybe been hanging around for a while. But you can do it. This is gorgeous. We had this before, the Magician. You got the Magician, and we have the Eight of Coins. So in our collective pull. So again, you keep your focus on what you can do and your power. And that is how you can get yourself started in a whole new successful cycle. But the key here is not to rush through whatever this is. This has been around for a while, and it may need a little systematic dismantling, I think. Okay. A little bit. Like they're depending on your situation, there may still be a little processing you're doing as you're letting go of that and stepping into this Magician power. All right, Gemini. So this new moon in Aries, this Aries Stellium, this huge collection of energy is in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams, personal gains, friendships, networks, etc. So let's see what rare opportunity to begin something new in this area. What do we need to know about it? And then we'll clarify with the tarot for Gemini. All right, let us see. We have security, planning for the future. All right. I love this card. I love the little kitty that's in the middle here. Long-term career, savings, investing, assets, and money savvy. Okay. And that makes sense because, again, the 11th house is a luck house. And it does have to do with gains, personal gains, like gaining advantages in a financial sense. Absolutely, it can be. So let us see what we need to know about that. So, your focus, your wishes may be on money. Okay, so let's see that you're going to save, not you're just going to go blow out, with a casino cruise or something like that. Wouldn't that be fun? I've always kind of wanted to do that. I think it'd be fun. Just once in my life. I really prefer to be on land, but I think it could be kind of fun. Why not? Like for maybe 3 days. That's it. That would probably be my limit. All right, let's see what you need to know about this, Gemini. Let me know if you would ever like to go on a cruise or if you've been on one and how was your experience. All right, let us see. So this security and manifesting it for yourself. Wow, here's the Aries energy, the Emperor. The Judgment. Wow, look at these energies, Gemini. There you are in the heart of the situation. The Page of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. I think it is possible that there might be some personal gains coming your way. I would say between your birthday and Scorpio season. So your birth between June and October, it's very possible that there might be something headed your way. And the thing about money, and I'm not a financial advisor by any means, So, this is not financial advice, but it can be helpful to make a plan ahead of time for money that you want to manifest, money that you're expecting to manifest, that it knows where it's going to go. This is the security. Like, here's the lock and, the little kitty in the middle of the padlock here, so that when you manifest that money, that it has a place to go. It has a destination to work for you, to be saved. Because the thing that I kind of feel with the Six of Wands, I feel like this is very favorable. This could denote some sort of promotion at work, right? This, or some new job responsibilities. With this Emperor here and this Six of Wands, very, very nice energy here. Or a new job you perhaps manifest and it pays you a lot more money. But, there can be lifestyle creep, right? When we get another job that makes more money, and then the next thing we know, our bills are also rising. Like, can we live below our means? It's like this type of thing, because I do think this is important for you, this financial security. And the Six of Wands can be a little like, I just want to kind of enjoy my money. I want to go spend it on a few nice things just and more to have fun. The Wands, I think, with this. But also, what's going on here is for you to be doing some research and to kind of rein yourself in. This Page of Swords is interesting here because your inner child just kind of wants to go and enjoy the spoils, so to speak, of whatever money you might be manifesting. And then the adult is in your heart going, well, wait a minute, we really should put it in an investment account or make it work for us, etc. So I think you're going to be making some executive decisions here and reining yourself in. But the same thing, if you look at this Emperor, he has plans in his hand. So this goes back to what I was saying. And this goes back also to Saturn, which is in Aries right now, that it is about commitments. It's about slow growth. This is not about get rich quick schemes or anything like that. It's about compound interest, things growing over time, but they have to be in there to grow. They have to be in an account to grow, so to speak. You have to set aside that money. So that's why I think we have this judgment. You do want a revival when it comes to your security and your financial savings. So this is the thing. Slow down to evaluate the information and make those decisions. Aries just wants everything yesterday. It's a very fiery, impulsive, like it has to happen immediately type energy that's happening at this new moon. But Aries energy is also about seed planting. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this Emperor can be about making the decisions of how to best use your time and energy. I mean, you're showing up here so that you have victorious things manifesting and growing for you within 6 months' time. So that's what I think here. So slow down, focus, plan. Here's this Virgo in our collective energy. And there's something here, judgment as well, about discernment for you, that you don't want to make the same financial mistakes that you have made in the past. Okay, with this judgment card. And many people have never gotten financial education. And there's so many great videos on YouTube. I mean, watch what you need to watch, talk to a financial advisor. Don't beat yourself up for any financial mistakes that you made in your past. Like I said, many of us have made them. The important thing, I think, that's going on with this, and especially with this Aries energy, is that you're not rushing for solutions. You are making better decisions, discerning, and you are kind of reining in this Page of Swords, like giving yourself a little like, okay, we can maybe spend a little money on something fun, but then the rest of it has to go toward our longer term vision and goals. All right, Cancer, let's see what your rare opportunity is with this stellium in Aries, your 10th house of the public, career, and also your marriage partner. So if this reading doesn't resonate exactly for you and you have a partner you're committed to, it might be their reading. It's possible. All right, let us see Let's see what we have going on for you. A rare opportunity for Cancer, but it's not about rushing. Fertile, hatching new plans. Beautiful. Inception, creativity, reborn, source, nest egg, and flourish. Okay. So, everybody who watches is in a different situation. So remember, this could be reborn as a retired person. This could be reborn, I'm going to shift gears with my career. This can be, I'm going to revive the current career I'm in, do something different, etc. So apply the energies to your life. But this is great. This is suggesting lots of new, fresh energy, which is very Aries, right? So let us see, hatching new plans, what you need to know about that in terms of healing something, moving with determination, but not impulsivity, because that's going to get you in trouble. You're going to fall on your butt. All right, let's see. See what we need to know. Cancer. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 3 of Coins. Hanging Man in your heart. 7 of Cups. I'm not ending on a 4 of Swords. And a Knight of Wands. Okay. All right. So you're hanging in there. I mean, you are so determined. You're not giving up. You are not giving up. Even though there have been disappointments, this 5 of Cups, there's something going on where you may have felt with this 3 of Coins that your efforts have not paid off. I mean, you have been doing the work, this 3 of Coins. You have been focused. You have been resourceful. You have been making things, building things, working, doing what you need to do. But where's the results? This is the issue. And then we have this Hangman, which is, where's the expansion and growth? This is your 9th house, the Cancer house. I'm just kind of twisting in the wind. Like, I'm doing my part. Here I am, 3 of Coins. What the heck is going on? And you may feel like you've been sacrificing quite a lot. Maybe you're sacrificing for the workplace and it's not being appreciated. These types of things. And then we have this 7 of Cups, which is, the grass is greener on the other side. Is there something better for me somewhere else? And then we have this 4 of Swords. Well, let me stop and think about this. What do I need to do to feel impassioned, excited, moving forward and moving in the right direction? This is the Aries energy. It's the Knight of Wands. And it is fiery and impulsive, but it also is an energy that will get you motivated. It will kick you in the bum and, get you out there to make changes. So I think there's something going on here. This Aries energy, I think, is an opportunity for you to heal anything going on where you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Okay. So again, this energy, we're clarifying the opportunity is hatching new plans. So you may have been working an old plan. Here it is. Like I said, you've been doing the work, Cancer, 100%. But either that's not the plan for you anymore, or whatever's going on. It's not producing results currently. Maybe it did at one time, but not right now. And it makes you sad and upset. As I said, the 5 of Cups, it makes you feel like you're doing all this stuff, sacrificing. What the heck? 7 of Cups, well, how come my wishes and dreams aren't being fulfilled? And the grass is greener. And then, you know what? I better take a moment to pause before I make a move. And that's very advisable, this 4 of Swords. The issue with Saturn in Aries that is going on, it is conjunct Mars and it is conjunct Mercury at this new moon, which means that there needs to be a strategic plan and way forward before you just get on your horse and ride on out of there. So what is the plan? The 3 of Coins is a planning card. But that's what I'm saying. I think you need a new plan before you do anything. And that is very Saturn, that is very Mars, very Mercury. Mercury, your mind. Stop and figure this plan out. Mars, how you're going to move forward. Saturn, how you're going to commit to something new that is growth oriented because of this energy, this egg, and also the fact that Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it is about fertility. Everybody's like, oh, it's always Taurus, but Aries is too. Aries is seed planting. So that's the issue. This Chiron conjunct the new moon, the healing, right? The little bit of wound, the bactine is, I got to admit to myself that I am going to have to do something different. I can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. You change tactics, but you got to figure it out first, and then you move forward. That is how you have the best chance of success and shifting this particular situation. All right, Leos, let's see what you need to know about this Aries Stellium new moon energies happening in your 9th house of expansion, growth, expanding your horizons, spirituality, academia, publishing, writing, contracts, legal matters, international business, traveling. Let us see. Just the expansion of your life. Your rare opportunity, Leo. Strike out on your own. Okay. Ambition, job hunting, work is play, wildcraft, and conquer fear. Okay. So this is the opportunity calling you to do something very independent, which is very Aries. And it has to do with your ambitions. It's something only you can do. And it may have something to do with writing. It is a writing house, the 9th house, writing a book, communicating in some way. It could have something to do with starting your own business, especially on the internet. It could be taking a trip by yourself to expand your horizons, to have some personal growth, maybe even a spiritual retreat. These types of things. This is something only you can be in charge of and that you're doing for yourself and probably by yourself. All right. So let's see what you need to know. It's like, I think something connected with your self-growth and self-improvement. I mean, you're pretty perfect the way you are. Okay. but it's something where you're enriching yourself in some way. That's what I feel. Because the 9th house is very much connected with learning and higher education. Doesn't mean you have to go back to college, but maybe you're going to take a course in something new just because you're interested in it, and it really expands your horizons in ways that you don't expect. But okay, let's see what we need to know about this for you, Leo. Well, we have your money house, the Virgo, 9 of coins. We have the 8 of swords. We have the 2 of wands in your heart, the Knight of coins, and the 7 of coins. Okay, this is what I feel. I feel a couple of things. I feel like you may not want to spend the money to do this, whatever this is that you're wanting to do with this 9th house, all the examples I just gave. You may not feel like it's a worthy investment. There's something about investing the money. This 9 of coins, this 8 of swords is here though, which is that you're conflicted about it. You don't have a clear read on it, mindset. You may feel like, well, that's silly for me to spend the money to learn astrology or whatever, or it's silly of me to invest this money in a personal trainer or whatever it might be. But actually that is the wound. That is this Chiron. So I think there's something here about choosing to invest in yourself, but also, and healing any money wound around that somehow that's not okay. But also, I feel like there's something to shift in terms of you may not want to do something unless it is going to bring money. And that maybe is not the motivating factor, or should be. I hate the word should, but consider maybe it shouldn't be the motivating factor. The motivating factor first should be, how is it going to open up your heart space with new possibilities? Then the money can follow. So using my astrology example before, like let's say you really want to take an astrology class because you love it, you're interested in it, but you're like, well, if I'm going to spend this money to do this, then I better learn enough so that I can be an astrologer. It takes a long time to be an astrologer. Okay. You don't get to be an astrologer from one class. You just don't. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. But it's like the type of thing where you're leading with the money. Like it better result in something rather than let me follow what interests me and lights up my heart, and let me invest some time in it. And maybe over time, it results in fertility, in a coin in my basket. So I hope I am being clear here. I think, the wound might be, I can only do this if it's going to guarantee a result, when maybe the first thing to be doing is to consider, how is it going to open up possibilities within you? And sometimes we have to expand our world and get out of a comfort zone and invest a little in ourselves, into something we like, because it gets our heart going again, so to speak. It gets our joy revved up again so that we can make other investments of our energy into other things that could result in coins in our basket as well. So it's the type of thing as, also that sometimes when we're working, and we don't have time for hobbies or taking a class, or for whatever reason we don't do it, and then we do feel mentally stuck in a rut, and we feel like, bored, and what's the point, etc. So what this is saying to me again, like the reason for doing this investment and doing it is for yourself. It's the lone wolf here. It's for yourself and for opening up potential within you that makes your whole life, this is the 9th house we're talking about, that makes your whole life feel vibrant again, that reinvigorates your energy so that, yes, Knight of Coins, 7 of Coins, you have more energy maybe to put into work because you have revitalized yourself outside of work. Okay, you get me here? Let me know if you get me. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, Leo. All right, that's what I'm feeling. I think you're going to have an opportunity to heal a money blockage around investing energy in yourself, simply for joy, simply for expanding your interests, what you want to know more about, your creativity perhaps. And that reinvigoration, yes, could revitalize your commitment to your work and your own financial well-being as well. Yes, it can. That's going to come. It's going to come from investing in yourself into something with joy. All right, Virgo, my goodness, we have a huge stellium in Aries, your 8th house of transformation, physical, mental, emotional, financial, other people's money, resources, sex, death, and taxes house. That is the 8th house. So let us see what rare opportunity might be coming for you for transformation in one or a few of these areas. This is a lot of energy, Virgo. How are you feeling about it? In a very intense house. 8th house is, it's intense. We have a Tower of Power. We have construct, build, corporate, high rank, build, banking, pinnacle on top. So 8th house energy can be looking at what is not buildable and getting rid of it. It's a house of purging and cleansing and detoxing. So Saturn is in this 8th house, and Saturn is all about what can stand the test of time, a foundation you can build upon. So I think the opportunity here does involve first making sure you're building on something solid, the plan is solid and that it is not built on old habits, behaviors, toxic energies, these types of things. Okay. So let us see what we need to know about this for you. Constructing your tower of power. Whatever that means for you. Everything's a metaphor with these cards. All right, Virgo, let us see. Virgo. All right, let us see. Virgo. We have a 6 of Cups. We have a 7 of Coins. There's Pluto, 8th house. There's the Death card. The Star, the healing. Yeah, wow. Interesting. And an Ace of Coins. Okay, this is what I feel. We have the child energy showing up here with the 6 of Cups, which, yes, can be childhood. It could be your childhood beliefs, how you were raised, this type of thing. We have the 7 of Coins here. The lady has a coin in her basket. Nothing wrong with the 7 of Coins, but it's not a 9 or a 10 of Coins or even an 8 of Coins. So your belief system up to this point has gotten you this far. Okay? Like, you're a productive member of society. Here you are, 7 of Coins, But you're building a tower of power. You don't want just the tiny little hut somewhere. Okay, you're building a tower of power. It's a metaphor. So we got the Pluto. We got this 8th house here. So there's something to transform, to detox, to heal from. Here's the healing energy of the beautiful Star card, which is where Pluto is right now in Aquarius. Isn't it interesting how this energy is dovetailing? Pluto in Aquarius is your 6th house. We have a number 6 here in this reading. Also, your 6th house of work and well-being. And we have this Ace of Coins, which is planting a beautiful big seed for your money growth, your financial growth. So there is something here to look at because, again, this new moon in Aries is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. So we don't have anything super negative here. I mean, a 6 of Cups, 7 of Coins, that's not some deep wound energy. It can just be a glass ceiling. It can just be, I'm only getting to this point. How can I break through? And that's often a mindset situation. Often. Okay. So that's what I'm sensing here with this particular card pull. These are beautiful energies for you to start a whole new chapter, but there may be something first to look at and heal about self-worth, perhaps. Aces are about the self. This is your ace as an earth sign, Virgo, your Ace of Coins. So there just may be something to ask for more money, to not feel like you have to give everything, like have more boundaries around your work life, especially with Pluto. Sorry, itch on my leg. Pluto in that 6th house in Aquarius, churning up like how you're spending your daily time. Are the energies aligned for you? Are you doing things in your work that, again, are only getting you so far? Is it time to really transform and up level by going for a different position? Is it time for self-employment, maybe with this Ace of Coins? All of these particular things. So this, to me, this construct is constructing a new mindset and also perhaps a new strategic plan to up-level your finances and transform them. But it has something to do with your own beliefs, absolutely. But also the way you're doing certain things may have to change and evolve. That's Pluto also in your 6th house with the Aquarius, is what we're talking about. So we have Mercury, Saturn, and Mars all conjunct together right on top of one another at this new moon. This is a power placement, but it is it's not really volatile. I don't want to say that. I mean, it can be, but it's more like come up with the plan and the mindset, Mercury, your ruling planet also, right? Important. Of how you're going to move forward, Mars, strategically, Saturn, over time. This tower of power is not going to be constructed in 10 days. It's going to take a little time. So, and that's Saturn. So this is saying let's figure out what we need to do here with this and come up with that plan so that we can plant that seed and move forward. I would suggest that you have that plan underway for Taurus season, that you're ready to go. You know, maybe at the full moon in Scorpio, which is May 1st, your third house of your mind, your mindset, and that you have that plan ready to go and you're initializing it, you're consecrating it, you're saying, all right, here we go. I'm doing it. So that's what I feel. I think you're gonna have maybe some sort of epiphany. That's also this energy for me, the Star and the Death card, about how something needs to change with the way you're using your power also. Because 8th house is power, Pluto's power. Pluto is in Aquarius, which is about your power at work and how you use your power for your well-being. So again, like, how much are you giving to a job and are you getting paid? 8th house for me is the pay you get from clients or employers. This is how I look at it. So again, are you getting paid what you're worth, and what changes or different plans do you need to make so that happens, so that you can build your tower of power? All right, Libras. So this Aries new moon, this stellium, this huge collection of energy opposite you in your 7th house of other people, relationships, both business and personal. So let us see what you need to know, what might be an opportunity for you when it comes to your 7th house. Libras, let us see. We have good luck. Fortune smiles upon you. And notice there's 2 little birds in this card. We're talking your 7th house, you and somebody else. Fortune smiles upon you, Libra. Fast money, lucrative venture, payoff, flying high, and plenty. So somebody in your world could be bringing you an opportunity. This is what I feel with this particular energy. So some sort of friendship. Yes, it could be a new relationship that has you flying high, of course. But here is the thing. Let's discuss, okay? Because this new moon energy is very interesting. We do have Mercury, mindset, Mars, action, fire, momentum, and Saturn, commitments all together at this new moon. And we do have Chiron, the wounded healer, joining up with the moon and the sun. So it can be, am I going to be bringing baggages into some sort of new association? Am I going to sabotage a potentially lucrative venture, as it said on here, lucrative venture, because of my past? Am I truly healed from my past so that when this good luck comes to me, either through meeting somebody who opens a door for me or having a new alliance at work or whatever's going on, am I going to accept it and build from it and commit to it? Or is my baggage from my past going to sabotage it? So, and this is also about not rushing into whatever this may be. If it's meant for you, it will not pass you by. And because of all this Aries, there's a lot of urgency. It's like, do it yesterday, you know, and we've got to keep an eye on that. Okay. Haste makes waste. So let us see what we need to know about this for you. This is very good energy. All right, let us see. And it could be too, like, you may feel like you have to say yes to something quickly because you have a wound that it will pass you by. That's another way to look at it also, that baggage, healing that with a little Bactine, as we were saying in the intro to this video. All right, let's see. Libras, what do we need to know about this? Libras. Wow, Ace of Swords. Oh, the Knight of Wands. The Page of Cups. Okie dokie. Here's the Devil. This is very interesting reading. And then an Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. This is very clear. And it's positive, so don't worry. But there is a story being told here about taking your time. Okay? Because I do think with this Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, this will come in fast and there may be a pressure. This is your energy. Here's the Ace of Swords, but here's the Aries energy over here, Ace of Wands. Here's more Aries, Knight of Wands. So it can be that this offer comes at you very fast, Knight of Wands, and they want a decision, Ace of Swords, very fast. And it seems like it's good. I mean, the Page of Cups is here. It does seem sincere, but there is a surprise twist usually with a Page of Cups. But also the Page of Cups is a very intuitive thing. So if you are feeling any little tiny little intuitive ping of, wait a minute, let me just hold up here. Listen to it, please, because we do have the Devil card showing up here. Now, this is an energy associated with Saturn. Saturn is in Aries. So whatever this is that's coming in for you that you would like to say yes to, you just have to make sure that that whatever commitment you're making, if whatever this particular thing is that you're getting involved with, that it is true, that it is not something that you're going to get entangled into and regret, that it would be a toxic situation, that it would be codependent, that the person who's offering it to you is going to get more benefit out of it than you are. These types of things. Okay. It's like, which one is it going to be? Is it going to be a Page of Cups or a Devil situation? And only you will know that if you take the time to see. And then I think you can have the clarity of mind to move forward with this offer or something else that might come in. Because with these two birds, it could be there's two potentials that are going on here for you. And I would just suggest, and I think the tarot is suggesting, just to take your time. Because that Knight of Wands, there's pressure there. And if this involves a relationship, especially one of a romantic or intimate nature, please be very, very slow. Which may be hard because there might be some chemistry there, this Knight of Wands. But you want to make sure you're not actually getting in bed with the devil. And sometimes people's true colors don't come out right away. So that's what I am saying. Take your time so you know exactly what you're dealing with. I'm not saying it's going to end up being a devil situation, but this card is here, so we need to discuss it. It may end up to be a beautiful Page of Cups, Ace of Wands situation. This devil might just simply represent your own fears or worries about your baggage. Like I was saying before, baggage that you're bringing in. Because that's something you still have to heal to realize that maybe this is a genuine thing, but your baggage is clouding your view. So, I mean, that's possible to apply to your life. But ultimately, there should be something that could result in a brand new lucky start for you in some way. Scorpio, big Aries Stellium collection of energy at the Aries New Moon in your 6th house of work and well-being. Let's see what rare opportunity might be manifesting for you. And then we'll get some advice from the tarot. Scorpio. All right, let's see what we have here. Well, we have some abundance. We have fruits of your labors. Love it. Harvest, extra cash, fulfilled, blessed, overflow. Time is ripe. Gorgeous energies here. So let's pull some tarot. This could be coming in your work life, some abundance. Everything's a metaphor with these. It could also be coming in your well-being, that finally you're feeling like you're on the other side of something. You're feeling blessed. You're feeling healed, etc. Okay, so let us see. We do have Chiron in this house, conjunct the new moon. Chiron can be about a wound, about this particular fresh start, planting new seeds for your abundance, for this rare opportunity. We have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn all conjunct as well in Aries, suggesting a new plan, a new mindset, a new action, Mars, a new way forward, Mars, and a commitment, Saturn, over time. So Aries is a lot about seed planting, as I've been talking about in some of my other videos. So it could be this new moon is more about, again, this seed planting so that by your birthday, there is the abundant harvest in the fall. Sorry, people down under. Okay. Let us see what you need to know about this from the tarot. Scorpio. 6 of Wands, gorgeous. 8 of Wands, wow. Ace of Cups, there you are. Chariot, oh my God, look at this. And a King of Coins. Wow, this is excellent. Excellent harvest energy. I think it's important that there is work to be done before Jupiter leaves Cancer. So we have that energy showing up over here with the Chariot in terms of the Cancer energy, and Jupiter is in there until June 30th. And we have solidifying this King of Coins. The thing that I think is going on here to just pay attention to is really this 8 of Wands. And that's not a negative card by any means. That does represent your career. It's a Leo energy, your public profile. We are clarifying your 6th house with this new moon of work. My issue here is with this 8 of Wands is, and going back to our collective energy over here, are you just scattering any old seeds? Like, the 8 of Wands can sometimes be like, I'm just going to throw spaghetti at the wall. Let's see what'll happen. And sometimes, hey, that approach can work. Sometimes it can. But remember, we have Saturn here in this 6th house. As I said, with Mars and Mercury. This is not about throwing spaghetti. This is about really focusing on that which you do most brilliantly. 6 of Wands, that which other people give you praise for. So it can be like, I'm not going to focus on doing every different thing or applying for all these different jobs or taking on all these different responsibilities or building all these things in my business just to see what might happen. No, focus on what you're good at, your strengths, in whatever way this applies to you. And whatever way feeds your energy. Here you are in the middle here, this Ace of Cups. And I think there's something intuitively of knowing which path forward is right for you. It is not about every path. That's the 8 of Wands. Like I said, the spaghetti at the wall. This is the concentrated focus to plant the most fertile seeds. King of Coins. Jupiter, right? In this house of expansion for you. That is the Cancer house. Expansion and growth. But growth and expansion is going to come from what you're good at, what feeds your heart and soul, and what you focus on. Because the 8 of Wands can be a frenzy energy also. And Aries can be very frenzied. It can be. All this Aries energy can be, I've just got to do all these things right now. Do. And we have no idea what we're aiming toward, what we're trying to accomplish, but we're afraid. We're like running fast so something doesn't catch us. Like my example of that nun who chased me in nursery school because I said the word shit and she was going to wash my mouth out with soap and she was chasing me. And yes, she did catch me and she did haul me off to the bathroom. It's a very vivid memory with a bar of ivory soap in my mouth. Like, I will never forget that, obviously, ingrained. I could tell you, I could paint a picture of it for you. So this is not about trying to outrun Saturn, which is in this 6th house. This is about building your dream, building whatever these seeds are, building this expansion in your world with precision, focus, timing, and overtime. So it is better. It's like that saying, what we focus on expands. Well, you need a focus. This 8 of Wands is, I'm all over the place. So you can't outrun Saturn. You can't outrun the nun. So if you resonated with this story, type none in the comments. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Because you already know with the 6 of Wands, what can bring you results. You may feel like you have to reinvent the wheel in some way, but you don't. You just need to know if this feels good and aligned for you. Okay, this Ace of Cups. And then, get yourself on the path. Make your choices. If you're a multi-passionate person, instead of doing 8 things, okay, maybe do 2. That's okay. you know, but make sure they're the highest quality seeds that you want to plant and you want to go for in whatever the sixth house is for you, for your abundance, for your result. Because that's the thing with abundance too, right? It's fruits of your labor. And sometimes we think, well, I just have to, like I said, throw a bazillion seeds out there. Not every flower bears fruit. Are you using the best seeds, the best soil, the best tools? Or you're just, as I said, willy-nilly. That can sometimes be Aries if they don't focus. But you have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn together in Aries. This is focus. So think about this. This is your focused plan for abundance, because when you focus on the right things, you produce more and get the results you want. Sagittarius, this Aries stellium in your fifth house of love, romance, creativity, pleasure, taking a risk, taking a chance, the house of the entrepreneur, your heart space. Let us see what your rare opportunity might be and how you can manifest it for yourself according to the tarot. Let us see, Sagittarius. We have affluence, influx of abundance, quick cash, deep pockets, assets, patron, and money flow. Okay, so this is about using your creative energy to create abundance for yourself. Your creativity. This is your fifth house we are talking about. And getting the money flow flowing. All right. So now, as we've said in the prologue to this video, we do have Chiron conjunct this new moon. So there is an opportunity here to pay attention to what we may need to heal, a little Bactine, a little disinfectant, so that we can take advantage of this huge new beginning, seed planting energy in Aries. So let's pull some tarot and see what we need to know about this for you, Saggies. Let us see. We do have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn all together, tight in a conjunction, also at this new moon. And that is about a plan that is very clear and focused, Saturn, that you're committing to, and that you're going to use your energy to move forward with. All right, let us see. Sagittarius, some affluence. Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, okay. Four Cups in your heart, Leo, and King of Wands. There you are. All right, so this is very interesting. We have the Page of Cups, which can be a little bit of a surprise factor here. And it can be a little bit of your intuition picking up on something before it arrives, I feel. And something's arriving. We have the Four of Cups in your heart and eyes on the prize, as you can see the guy here. But we do have Three Cups that haven't been fulfilled. And the Four of Cups can be an energy of, you know, why should I continue trying? Why should I have hope in my heart? I think you vacillate. You go back and forth between having hope and then not having hope about whatever it is your heart is desiring with this affluence. And that's going to mean different things to different people. You know, everybody has a different definition of that word. So that's why I think, you know, we have the Ace of Swords, which can be about mental clarity and making decisions. And then we have the Strength card, which is about your heart space. And it's your ninth house. It's your Leo. So it's how you want to expand and grow. We're talking about your fifth house heart space with this Aries energy. So that's what I'm saying. I think the thing to be healed here is something maybe about faith and trust that you can have a new beginning for yourself that can bring in the affluence that you want. And I think the thing is to commit Ace of Swords from a place of empowered faith. That's what I feel. Your energy showing up here, King of Wands. We have the strength, the faith, and the patience. And, we're talking about the fifth house. We're talking about Aries. Aries is not patient. Aries wants everything yesterday. I think most fire signs do. I think Leo and you, I think, too, kind of feel that way. But Aries is the worst with that. It's like, no, it has to be here now. Like, I'm not waiting. And that's the energy that needs to be healed, that we've got to work with, because Saturn is in this house with this stellium, and Saturn's about time. Saturn is about building things over time. Saturn's about taking your time. So if you want to build this affluence, that's the thing. It's optimism with faith and knowing that, yes, have that sense of commitment. Ace of Swords, that clarity to know that, yes, it's going to require some patience. That's also the Strength card. And sometimes we feel like if it requires more time, then it's not going to happen. And that is a belief to heal from. Sometimes when things come too easily, we don't appreciate them. That's another thing. So I feel like there's something here to kind of look at, to know if you set your mind to doing something, also set your heart to the timeline of patience of Saturn and Aries. Saturn is checking that energy. It's a little like a cosmic brake light and saying, okay, Mars and Aries, Mercury and Aries, you're like this speed demon. Hold up. I want you to get the best results, Saturn. We're going to get the best results if we have a clear plan and we take this step by step. So if you can marry these two energies here, you can be extremely powerful in manifesting this affluence for yourself. And I do feel probably, I would say, Cancer season. Of course, it could happen sooner, but we have the water energy showing up here with this Page of Cups and this Four of Cups, that there could be something coming in, and it could be as a result of this mindset shift, the things you're healing, and you're ready to commit to it. So I would say, kind of if you're feeling this vibe, if you know that there's something you need to heal within you about your own level of patience to manifest a heart's desire when it comes to affluence, then work on that now, because there may be something coming in that's not that far away. It's like 2 months away. So it's time to kind of shift that energy and heal that. That's this Chiron at this full moon. I keep calling it a full moon. At this new moon in Aries. So let's see what else. Yeah. Because that's what's on here. It says quick cash, right? It's like, that's what you want, really. You want something super quick. But these energies are saying you're going to be better served over the long run by something that has more patience, more of your energy invested into it, and something that can build over time. And that's also that Saturn energy, that is ultimately going to create the money flow for you. It's not just going to be one spigot you turn on and a little dribbles out and then it stops. No, you want the money flow that can be a sustainable river. Capricorn, let's see what your rare opportunity is with this Aries Stellium new moon, all of this energy, and your ruling planet in a conjunction with Mercury and Mars in Aries, with all of this other energy in Aries. It is an Aries party, your fourth house of foundation, home, family, roots. What you build your life on, that is the fourth house. So let us see. Capricorn, your rare opportunity. Let us see. Capricorn. Ooh, committed. What is this? Creating from the heart. All in. Long-term career. Life's work. Legacy and investment. Beautiful. So as I've discussed in some of the other readings for Capricorn with this Aries energy that's been going on, I really feel like you guys are starting a major new chapter of building a new foundation for yourself. And this committed is interesting because, yes, your planet Saturn represents commitments. It's with Mars, our action, how we're going to move forward on our desires. And Mercury, what's the plan? What's the mindset? What is this thing we're going to create? So, and all in, this is the thing. This is a seed planting time for you to choose a whole new chapter you're going to build in your life. the house of Capricorn 2.0. It could be a literal house. It absolutely could be. But this is the house that you're building for your next chapter. It's a metaphor. Now, we do have Chiron, the wounded healer, conjunct this new moon. So there could be things going on, well, to heal, to just look at with the little bactine, as we were discussing in the prologue to this video, of, is it my right now? Is it okay? Do I have permission? Not that a Capricorn usually needs to ask for permission, but is it safe? Is it safe for me to commit to a plan that's all about me right now and what I want out of my life? Because Aries, it's very much about the individual. So that's what I'm saying. This is for you. This is what you want to build for you and for no other reason. And I think there could be, something going on there with Chiron, if that applies to you, of, wait a minute, I get to do this now for myself? Really? Because, your seventh house is Cancer. So a lot of the times the things that you're working and building toward have to do for other people and for your family or those who are close to you. Not in every case, of course, but a lot of the time. So this is different. This is different because notice too, it says legacy, your life's work. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something very deep and very profound with this next chapter for you and this Aries seed planting. This is huge energy. We have not had this energy in Aries since 1821. I mean, it's, so this is a rare opportunity. And it's time for you to choose you. That is the thing here. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. And your heart has to be totally in it. And it's for your heart, too. It's for your heart space. And for your healing, too, I feel. All right, let us see. Capricorn. Leo. I'm Leo. I can't talk today. Libra, Justice card. And then the Hangman. Yeah. Wow. Very interesting. And the Chariot. Look at these major arcanas. And an Ace of... Are you kidding? Look at this reading. Are you kidding me? And a Page of Cups. Are you kidding me with this? Capricorn. All right. I want to know if you're claiming this. Please write claim in the comments because I'm claiming this. My Capricorn rising is claiming this. Okay, it is. So, yeah. All right, this is your 10th house of career, justice. So yeah, it may have something to do with that, sure. But this is also about restoring balance that has long been out of balance, the Hangman. Now this Pisces Hangman, I think this represents the 3 long years of Saturn, your ruling planet in Pisces. I have done numerous videos on that on the channel. You can check them out. I called Saturn and Pisces the season of tears. We have the Pisces over here with the Page of Cups. So it's like, yeah, life was just, you were twisted in the wind. It felt like there was no karmic justice. There was no balance in your life. There was a lot of sacrifice to other people, other situations. And now that is over because look what's in your heart, the Chariot, which is the Cancer energy, which is where Jupiter is. I think Jupiter is freeing you from a path of self-sacrifice. It doesn't mean like all your relationships go out the window. Of course not. But it is bringing, like, you're really seeing where you do need to have more balance between your own goals. Like I was saying, this is about you, your own goals, and the energy you also give to others. It's been too imbalanced. That is changing in this new foundation of your life. And then we have, look at this gorgeous Ace of Coins, which is your energy. Aces for me are about the self, numero uno. That is you, your energy. And look at the big seed. And the beautiful Page of Cups. This is a dream that you have been nurturing. You have held on to. Like, it's the one little sliver of hope, innocence, maybe artistry, intuition. Like, it really, this Page of Cups is like hope. That's really what it is. Hope, the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. That's what you had, this little bird. The little hope that you had in your heart that one day it would change. Well, guess what? It has changed. The planets have moved on. It's a whole different game right now. And what's going on is that your hope is being rewarded. Now, you got to use the energies, of course. Nothing ever gets handed to us. You know that as a Capricorn. I know that as a Capricorn rising. But here it is, this Ace of Coins. You're taking this Ace of Coins and you are planting that seed. You're on a whole new path where justice is restored in your life. Balance is restored. It may have something to do with your career ambitions because this is your 10th house, the justice. There could be some sort of important decision, investment in yourself that you might be making with this Ace of Coins. You might be purchasing something to get on a road, to grow your business to the next level, grow your career to the next level. And some of you, hey, it's possible. Everybody has a different situation. I can't possibly bring every situation into these readings on YouTube, but this can also be that I sacrificed so many years for my job. I chased the promotions, Chariot. I chased the recognition. I chased all that. And now I just want to retire. Although I don't really think a Capricorn ever retires. You always got your finger in some pie, so you're always doing something. But it could be, I just want to commit to my own things that make me happy. I want to take maybe, on the side, you're an artist. You're like, here's the Pisces, right? I just want to go do my art and maybe exhibit my watercolors at some street festivals and see if people might buy them. It's more like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you're ever just going to go hide away somewhere. That's not Capricorn. Okay. I don't think retirement for you is not doing nothing. That's not Capricorn. Maybe for a little while, but then you'll be back out there doing something. So for some of you, it could be that too. There is this sense of the balance. That is the key here, that things are getting karmically rebalanced for you through your own commitment to yourself, your own energy, and building a new foundation that makes you happy, that realizes the hope that you held in your heart and you didn't let it go. And yeah, I'm going to say this, by Cancer season, I think you're going to be seeing that you're moving forward in a whole new committed direction, that you have planted that seed. I would suggest planting that seed during Taurus season, personally. I would personally plant it at the Scorpio full moon on May 1st, which is your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. And what I mean by plant that seed is get the ball rolling. Take some sort of inspired action. That is Mars, Mercury, Saturn, all together in Aries, to plant that seed and commit to your next chapter. Aquarius, let's see what your rare opportunity is with this Aries new moon, the stellium in Aries, all of this happening in your third house of your mindset, making decisions, your communications, important conversations, important contracts, negotiations, writing, teaching, communicating, all the things. Let us see. Aquarius, rare opportunity for Aquarius. Let's see what we have. We have connected. We have high vibe tribe, network, rise up, get ahead, co-op, collaboration, and win-win. Very nice. Now, the third house in astrology can be local networks, smaller groups, collective groups of people. And this network can be about marketing yourself, marketing your business, meet, greet, socialize. It's very third house. And then, of course, win-win collaboration. I mean, there could be a negotiation going on, win-win. And getting ahead and finding your people who vibe with your mindset, with your communications. Your communications can be very powerful, and that attracts people to you. And with the Aries energy, as a third house, we tend to be third house communicators, with Aries, tend to be a little bold, a little outspoken. And you may need to temper it a little bit with Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. Like, have a plan for your words instead of just blurting things out, which again, that's Aries. That's the nature. Because you want your words to heal and bring people together. Like it's saying here, high vibe tribe. And with the Chiron, the wounded healer in this house and conjunct this new moon in Aries, it can make you very aware of the fact that your words and your thinking has the power to either heal people or heal yourself or be hurtful to yourself and or other people. So I think there's that energy to just keep in mind. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say for you. This is very good. I feel like there's something new. Seeds you're going to be planting for how you can connect more with people in a mutually beneficial way. And it can be for your business, absolutely. It could be at work. And it also could be just in things you enjoy doing in the neighborhood or collectively with other people, like an art class, a gym class, like these types of things. A writing group, book club, you know. And this is saying if you've been feeling isolated, it's time to get out there and not be, you know, timid or worried. Like just get out there and start seeing whose energy matches yours with this. Like make a plan for yourself. That's Saturn, Mars, Mercury. Decide, okay, I'm going to try book club. I'm going to try this gym class, etc., to meet new people and that type of thing. All right, let's see. Yeah, well, okay. We got the Saturn, the Capricorn, the Temperance, the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Okay. There's resistance here. I'm just gonna say it. There is resistance here. I feel like there's maybe some unhealthy excuses that you are making as to why. And remember, I don't know you personally. This is just a reading here on YouTube, Aquarius. Okay. But we have the defensive posture here, the Seven of Wands in the heart. We have the Devil, which can be stubborn, toxic, clinging to unhealthy attitudes. Seven of Wands, again, defensive. But we have the Temperance, the Sag energy. So yes, maybe in theory, you would like to change. You would like to maybe get out of a rut in some way and interact with people more. But I think there's some sort of, maybe you got burned before. Maybe you know, because again, that Chiron, maybe you were in a group and it just didn't fit, or they ostracized you, or something happened, it wasn't for you, or you tried networking and marketing and it didn't quite gel. And so you're like, well, I can't do that again. So I think there's something here, like this Six of Swords suggests releasing some sort of mindset around going out there, Knight of Cups, and just feeling into the energy. Sure, not every situation is going to be aligned for you. Of course not. But there will be some that are. And I think that is the key, to shift the mindset around that it has to be even maybe perfect. Maybe you're thinking it has to be ideal, or I'm just not going to try. I'm just not going to do it again. This is stubborn. I'm not going to do it again. Or it didn't bring the results I wanted, the Temperance, like it didn't transform whatever expectation. Like I had an expectation from that. And because it didn't materialize, it didn't transform my life in the way I thought it should. I forget it. I'm not ever doing that again. So this is more of an energy of accepting, Six of Swords, that this is just an experiment, Knight of Cups. You're just going to go out there and see what resonates emotionally. Call this Knight of Cups, offering your cup to the world. Just going to put your energy out there. Because remember, this is high vibe tribe. You got to find your people. They're out there. Whether, again, this is business, personal, whatever you're doing, as I described before. So that's what this is. Can you do that? But you need a plan. It can't just be willy-nilly. Just pick a couple things that you commit to yourself you will try. And it's just an experiment. You do not have to commit to anything. You're just going to see. And that can help you manifest the type of results that you want. Okay? Having that open-mindedness, as it says here, networking to get ahead. I mean, rise up and get ahead is on here too. So same thing. You want to get ahead with your fitness goals. I'm just going to use that. Saturn in Aries is a lot, and Mars in Aries is a lot about using the body and the mind-body connection with Mercury there. And also this is your third house that we are talking about. And third house can be activities that you do with a group. I am a huge proponent of group fitness. I have been going to group fitness classes for the last 20 odd years. And they are so empowering and wonderful. Have I gone to classes that I tried and I didn't like? Sure. But guess what? I also went to classes that I found I loved, and I've been doing it for the last 20 years. So that is my point. If you want to get ahead with your fitness goals, you want to get ahead with your business goals, like just put your stress aside, just put your fixed mindset aside and go out and see. Knight of Cups. See who responds to your energy. You're not forcing yourself. You're going to keep your expectations moderate and you're going to reward yourself. I think that's also very important. Reward yourself in some way. Set a goal. This is very Saturn. Set a goal. If you do 3 or 4 new things in whatever capacity here with this energy, then this will be my reward for doing that. And see how planting those seeds can start the energy moving forward for you in this third house of this network, this community, and how it propels your life forward. Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about getting ahead in some area of your life through being connected to other people. Pisces, let's see what rare opportunity may be awaiting you. What are you manifesting with a pile up, a stellium at this new moon in Aries in your second house of show me the money, your second house of self-worth? This is such beautiful energy, Pisces, for you to commit to your own values and how you want to live your life and make your money to live your life. It is gorgeous. Now, Chiron is there at this new moon in Aries. We will discuss that. But let's first get your card for your rare opportunity. Let us see. Pisces. All right. What do we have here? Ooh, we have education. Knowledge is power. Study, teach, train, read, write, publish, and advance. Knowledge is power. Okay, now these are all metaphors, right? It doesn't mean you literally have to go back to school. You can if you want to, of course, or you could go just take a little workshop. You don't have to be like committing to a 4-year degree or anything. But this is something about, I think, knowing yourself, because this is your second house of your values. Okay, not just money, that's important too. But so how have your values maybe shifted in terms of what you knew before and what you know now that you've been through Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, and now they moved out of your sign? How have your values changed? What have you learned about yourself and what's important to you? Those were very hard transits. We've discussed this on the channel. But for those of you who are into this type of thing, the study, teach, training, read, write, publish, advance, it's time to plant the seeds to write your book. It's time to get out there and learn new stuff to up-level your skills with your business, with your job, etc. Okay, so let us see what we need to know. And Chiron in Aries can be about the wound of independence, of either feeling like you have to do everything on your own or being ostracized for being too independent, being worried about being independent in some way. And, so there could be stuff going on there. Like, well, what if I do something really different? Can I have my own business as an example? Can I work and support myself? That's Chiron in the second house, Aries. So, but we have Mercury, Mars, and Saturn all conjunct at this new moon. And that is saying, put your mind to it. Make sure that before you just go off Mars, any which way, Mars and Aries is like, before you impulsively sign up for a class, make sure you have thought about it, Mercury, and that it fits a longer term plan, Saturn, that it really is a quality thing that will enhance your life, that would enhance your skills, that you do the proper research to make sure it's aligned for you and what your goals are. That's very Saturn. But it is great energy to start something new that could really help you make more money. Absolutely. And learning something new, maybe that is the key to increase your finances, your financial flow, because of this card that we got here. Okay, so let us see. Pisces, what you need to know. And of course, Neptune, your ruling planet, is also in Aries at this time. We have not had this collection of planets and energies in Aries since 1821, this number. It's huge. It is really a gorgeous seed planting time. So let's see what you need to know, Pisces. 8 of Cups, there's your energy. The Lovers. High Priestess. The Leo, the Strength. And the 7 of Cups. Okay. All right, this is what I feel. I'm kind of getting the vibe of one for public reasons and one for private reasons. I will explain. All right. So we have double energy here. We have the Lovers, right? The two people, the Gemini, your 4th house of foundation. We also have the 2 showing up with the High Priestess. So, okay. So that's where I'm getting the public and the private. We have the 8 of Cups, which is like, I'm kind of over it. I do want to manifest more money, but I also want to manifest more self-satisfaction, more creativity, more things that are aligned with my well-being, especially for work. This is your Leo, 6th house. But it's also, the Leo energy here, this strength is kind of what you feel spiritually aligned with when it comes to your creativity. And we have the High Priestess, very spiritual energy as well. We have the 7 of Cups, the kind of dream. I call it sometimes a bucket list energy. You have ideas, you have dreams and goals. That's what my point is. And this 8 of Cups is saying here, I'm waving goodbye to the past of when I felt I was just at sea. I mean, like I said, we have discussed on this channel Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, the season of tears, the dramas, the calamities, etc. So it's like you have waved goodbye to all of that. Okay, this 8 of Cups. And you are ready for the new and investing in yourself. So you're also waving goodbye to old versions of yourself with this 8 of Cups. It's time to create from the new empowered way you're feeling about yourself now that Saturn and Neptune is out of there. Like you can get back and focus more on building rather than just surviving, which was very much the Saturn and Pisces, Neptune and Pisces era. Okay. So that brings us back here to the Lovers. And that is intellectual enrichment, that which you feel passionate about. We're talking about this education card, which is study, teach, train, read, write, publish. Here it is, the Gemini. It's showing up. So how you're using your mind to build your world and learn new things that can build your finances. We have the High Priestess, very private energy. Gemini, this Lovers is more public. So I feel like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe there's something you just want to do for you in the sense of investing in what you value, like maybe taking a little course on the internet, a creative writing, or astrology, or spiritual studies, would just something for yourself, for your own personal growth. And because it's something you really have been wanting to do, 7 of Cups, art class, whatever it might be. It's the High Priestess energy. But then I think there's something that you're going to want to invest your energy into learning, studying, and growing into that has maybe more an effect on building a financial foundation for yourself, up-leveling a skill in these areas. And it may be more pertaining to your work because that is showing up over here. And I would suggest that you choose something that, yes, you have a natural strength and aptitude for, the Strength card, but also something that makes you a strong candidate for work, for other jobs you want to apply for, or that sets you apart somehow from other people in your organization. Like they don't have that training, but you do. So something that solidifies your strength at the company because it sets you apart. It makes you unique. And AI can't do it, as an example, right? Like it sets you apart. So they're less likely to, let you go. You build the stability in your job, hopefully, by learning something that other people at the company don't know and don't have and can't do. So that's the vibe that I am getting here, that there's two things, a 2-track thing going on here for you. So I hope that makes sense. But it is aligned with passion, the Lovers and the Strength. Like you also need to feel strongly about it. But this goes back to your values, this second house. Like if your heart isn't really in it, don't force yourself to do it either. But find the thing or things that fit that definition. And then it is time to make a plan to actually sign up and commit and start doing this and planting the seeds of your growth through education and knowledge, because it could really take you far and help you manifest. So thank you so much for joining me for your Aries New Moon, Aries Stellium. My goodness, so much Aries energy. It's incredible. Tarot reading, astrology discussion, forecast. Thank you so much for being here. If you got value out of the video, want to give it a thumbs up, a hype, a share. Doing so really helps out my channel. Appreciate it very much. And hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. Some people are saying that they thought they were subscribed, but it turns out they weren't. So just double check, hit that subscribe. All of that engagement really helps out the channel, and subscribing is free. And if you want a little extra help in building your own dreams with this Saturn and Aries energy in particular, check out my Saturn and Aries Build Your Own Dream Guide. The link is in the description. And there's just a few more weeks left of my special birthday promo of personal readings. So check that out as well. Link is in the description. Happy Aries Stellium and Aries New Moon. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.